Hi, my name is Ben Thompson, and I am here to give you a testimony based on my experience with R3 Stem Cell Clinic. I am 46 years old, and I have an MBA in healthcare management. I was a Marine for 6 years, and so with that, then also playing football for many years after high school, I developed a degenerative bone and disc issue with my C3 and C4 here in the neck. Um, in doing the research with my doctor, I had asked him what my insurance covers. I have very good insurance. Through I work for the government now, but the therapies and the remedies that had suggested that the insurance covered were things like chiropractic care, physical therapy, physical exercise, which I do anyways, medications, which was pain remediation. Other procedures such as like epidural steroid injections, spinal surgeries, disectomies, um, any type of invertebrate, annuloplasties, and spinal fusions, and so on and so forth. So most of the patients that experienced all of those therapies or self-care medication procedures were back to having pain within 6 months to as little as 6 months, sometimes to a year or 2 years. And so that brought me down the road of looking into regenerative therapies. When I went back to my doctor and I talked to him and I said, none of those, I don't want to head down the road of any of those therapies, medications, or self care procedures. Then there are regenerative therapies, which I would highly recommend. And that's my number one recommendation would be the stem cells. When I asked him why, I started to begin to understand why. It's the body's natural mechanism of healing. Then what I did is once I decided that that was the therapy I wanted to use for longevity, then I started looking into what that looked like in the United States versus overseas. And this is when I came across R3 stem cell. So I also came across C3 and the Stem Cell Institute from Joe Rogan and a few others. And the long and the short of it, if you do what's called a vendor audit, and a vendor audit is really just a comparison of the providers that and the pricing and what that looks like. Ultimately, R3 won in every category for me. It was the mesenchymal. It was governed by a governance structure that I was comfortable and familiar with. So I knew I was getting stem cells as opposed to, the unanswered question of, well, where is this coming from? And then also, as I started really digging into R3, I really liked the locations of it. Ultimately, the experience was super easy, right? They offer to pick you up at the airport, go there. They make it very comfortable for you. You sit in a chair for a little while. They give you an injection of some vitamins, vitamin B, vitamin C, and so on and so forth, to help your body's immune system. And then ultimately, the most uncomfortable part of the procedure is the actual injection. It's of course because you're getting a needle into the section but that's about it. After that, then I went back. I rested for about a day, and on the second day, I was already swimming in the pool. The clinic made it's clean, and everybody speaks English, but ultimately, the results for me are essentially that I can, and I didn't get to that part, so I apologize, but I can move my neck all the way to the right now, whereas before I could only move it here. So, and the pain, I was waking up every day in pain, even just from sleeping. And so now when I wake up, I don't even think about it. And I don't like to sensationalize anything, but I have full use of my neck now, and I'm definitely going back to do this again for my lower back, just to help improve my flexibility and my movement. And I'd strongly recommend R3 stem cell to do that with. So if you're considering the long-term effects of what your insurance covers in comparison to regenerative, no question for me that regenerative is the way to go. Well worth the money. You spend a little now, and if you do the other therapies, such as the intrusive surgeries, those ultimately end up just costing you more money in the long run, anyways. So do your body the favor, go the regenerative therapy route. go the R3 stem cell route. Thanks very much. That's my testimony. Thank you.